We should be live in just a second. Sorry, we're having trouble playing the video. Oh, that's nice. Here we go again. I'm an optimist, but I gotta get. What did my friends who used to work for Apple said? I gotta get Chrome. Man, this thing's already giving me fits. All right, I need to download Chrome before Sunday. All right, we are up and running. A little early, so it looks like it's just me right now. So this is an off night because I'm booked last night and tomorrow, Friday. So we're doing first time ever Thirsty Thursday. If you're watching this on the repeat. So right now I'm just talking to myself. That's not uncommon. All right, I'm waiting for my tribe to arrive. It is top of the hour, and I'm usually fairly punctual, so top of the hour, one minute or so afterwards. So we'll wait and see who checks in. I have a feeling we'll have at least somebody. I put my banner up yesterday because I'm booked late. Come on, thirsty Thursdayers. Say that 3 times in a row, backward. I know you're coming. I'm just waiting. Well, maybe it's just me. Might be a short set. I know some people saw my banner, so I am hopeful. We'll just give it a minute and see if we get anybody checking in. If not, I may just go throw in a frozen pizza that I don't need, but I'm hungry. Sitting here talking to myself, which is nothing new. Yep, it shows we're live. Hey, somebody's here. I knew I wasn't going to give up. I'm not a quitter. Hi, Angela. Has to go back to class, but we'll check back. Hey, thanks at least for tuning in for a second. That's awesome. I know, I'm on a rare night. I don't usually go Thursday nights, but you know why. I'm booked. So last night and tomorrow, so we're doing a Thirsty Thursday. So hoping people saw my banner. A bunch of people clicked on it. So thanks for at least tuning in. Have a good night in class. Thank you so much for being my partner in, I don't want to say crime because we're doing good stuff, but partner in spine off the top of my head. Thank you so much for helping me with clients. I much appreciate it. Have a good night back in class. Come on, you Thirsty Thursdayers. I know you're out there. Yes, my partner in spine. It's not perfect, but it's the best I could come up with. I'm having a good time partnering together. Thank you. Thank you again so much. It's a wonderful community. So, oh, I see some smiley faces. So maybe we have some other people out there who just haven't logged in yet. So I don't know that you're there. Angela's heading back to class. If I don't get any other takers, it's going to be not even a short set, a non-existent. Come on, let me know you're there. I'm still the optimist. A bunch of people clicked on my banner last night saying that they knew I was going to play tonight, which is an off night. So I'm going to wait around for a minute or two, and hopefully we'll get some others that check in. Let me know you're watching. Well, this might be the beginning and end of a show. It looks like Angela's back in class and I'm the only one. So I guess it wasn't a good night to go live. I'll give it another minute, and then if not, we'll just pull the plug and see everybody Sunday. I know people aren't used to me playing live on Thursdays. I put my banner up last night because I'm overbooked, and last night, or booked late last night and tomorrow, so I didn't want to go to Sunday, but I had hoped at least we had a few people that were available to check in, and I'll give you a short set. I just saw a thumbs up and a smiley face. Ellie's here. Oh, there we go. I was optimistic somebody would check in, so at least I can play a couple of songs. Welcome to Thirsty Thursday. Still haven't got that down yet. I'm not used to doing Thursdays, but I'm too booked in the evening last night and tomorrow, so, and that's too long to go from Sunday to Sunday, so I wanted to at least do something tonight for my friends, and then we'll be back on Sunday. Well, a bunch of people clicked on my banner last night, so I know that they saw I would be playing tonight. They might have just forgot because I'm not used to doing that. All right. Well, I'll get a couple of songs belted out there. Ellie, you're watching. Tell me what you'd like to hear. Let's see if I can remember something. I haven't had a lot of time for practicing lately, so I'll have to rely on my memory. I'd be happy to hang out for a couple songs. Awesome. All right, pitch me something. What do you want to hear? It is an Ellie request evening. So give me something that I know, hopefully. And hopefully you've got something to whet your palate. If you can't think of anything, I'll just... I've got something off the top of my head I'll play. It came to me earlier today. I was thinking, what would I play? And this is the only thing that came, so I just kind of follow my muse. But I was giving you first option. Miss Ellie. You love all... Oh, okay. I just thought like there might be something that you remember that I did. All right, cool. Well, let's start with this one then. I think I was in 7th grade. I was in junior high, and Kenny Loggins did not do this song, but his cousin did. All right, thank you. So Kenny Loggins' cousin was named Dave Loggins, and he had a big hit with this song when I was in, I think, 7th grade, junior high. So I learned it a few years ago, so I'm going to play this. Hopefully, I haven't done it in a while, so I'm sure I'll remember it. Please come to Boston for the springtime. I'm staying here with some friends and they've got lots of room. You can sell your paintings on the sidewalk, buy a cafe where I hope to be singing soon. Please come to Boston. She said no, but you come home to me. And she said, hey Ramblin' boy, why don't you settle down? Boston ain't your kind of town. There ain't no gold and there ain't nobody like me. 'Cause I'm the #1 fan of the man from Tennessee. Please come to Denver with the snowfall. We'll move up into the mountains so far we can't be found, and throw our love you echoes down the canyon, and then lie awake at night till they come back around. Please come to Denver. She said no, but you come home to me. And she said, hey Ramblin' boy, why don't you settle down? Denver ain't your kind of town. There ain't no gold and there ain't nobody like me. 'Cause I'm the #1 fan of the man from Tennessee. Now this drifter's world goes round and round, and I doubt if it's ever gonna stop. But of all the dreams I've lost and found, and all that I ain't got, I still need to lean to somebody I can sing to. Please come to LA to live forever. California life alone is just too hard to build. I live in a house that looks out over the ocean, and there's some stars that fell from the sky. They're living up on the hill. Please come to LA. She said no, boy, but you come home to me. Gremlin boy, why don't you settle down? LA can't be your kind of town. There ain't no gold and there ain't nobody like me. 'Cause I'm the #1 fan of the man from Tennessee. Yeah, I'm the #1 fan of the man from Tennessee. All right, some Dave Loggins to kick off our Thirsty Thursday. An unusual night for music, but it's got to breathe, man. It's got to live, so we're doing it. Ellie says, the music drinking, so I can't remember. Perfect choice, I knew it. That's awesome. That song came to me earlier today. And so it was meant to be. See if anybody else is joining us. If you're there, please check in so I know we can see you. Welcome to this one-off, at least I think, Thirsty Thursday. Because I booked late last night and really late tomorrow. Jeannie's here. Hi, Jean. Stay thirsty, my friend. I miss that guy. I don't even know what it was. Corona? I have no idea. I haven't seen that commercial in a long time. They should have kept him. That was cool. Right? The most interesting man in the world. That took a while to catch on, but it did. So yeah, we're doing a one-off tonight. Thirsty. I keep wanting to say Thursday. Thirsty Thursday. Because I didn't want to, after not being able to play last night, and then tomorrow night I'm booked till 8:30. It was too long to go from Sunday to Sunday, so I had to do something. So thank you. Ellie's here, Jean's here, it's ladies' night. All right, so Jean, I gave Ellie an option for first request. She just said whatever I wanted to play, and I just played Please Come to Boston, and she said she knew it. And I believe her, because that song came to me early today. I was thinking, what am I going to do tonight? And it's the only one that popped into my head. So Jean, you're up. You're up to bat. No pressure, just whatever you want to hear that you know is on my set list. I haven't been rehearsing because I've been working too much, but I will do my level best. So if you want to hear something, I kind of think I might know, but I'm not going to say it and jinx it. And it's your call anyway. So whatever you want, I will play. So type it in there and let's keep this show going. Probably be a short set, but it'll just be us, and so I love this to be a Thirsty Thursday request night. That sounds good. So tell me what you want to hear, Jean. If I don't see anything typed in, I know you've got something that you'd at least like to hear. I've got one in mind that came to me, the one I thought you might want to hear, but I'm only going to play the one that you say you want. All right, so while I'm waiting for that, I'll play this one from, oh, wait. That was the one. In fact, I was just doing the chord progression on it. I wasn't trying to, like, bait you. It's just like I was going, okay, this is it. Yeah, so this is Garth Brooks' version of a Bob Dylan song from the Hope Float soundtrack performed by me. How's that? All right, so here we go. When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I would offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When the evening shadows and the stars appear, there is no one to dry your tears, I could hold you for 1,000,000 years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I would never do you wrong. know you've known it from the day we met. There's no doubt in my mind where you belong. And I'd go hungry, I'd go black and blue, and I'd go crawling down the avenue. There ain't nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. Storms are raging on a rolling sea, down the highway of regret. The winds of change are blowing wild and free. You ain't seen nothing like me yet. There ain't nothing that I wouldn't do. Go to the ends of the earth for you. Make you happy, make your dreams come true. To make you feel my love. All right, there we go. And you saw those 10,000 flash bulbs from that large crowd I'm planning to go off in my face because my web browser still does not like this new Facebook app update. All right, so I reloaded. Here we go. All right, Garth is good. Hopefully this is a great movie. Yes. All right, so there we go. By request, before I even heard it requested, because it came to me right before then. So welcome to Thirsty Thursday. Looks like there's still just the two of you, so it's girls' night. So thanks for that. Oh, all right, so this just came to me. Also a great movie. So this is from the Country Strong soundtrack, that Gwyneth Paltrow movie, and very significant song for me. And my BFF Pam, she's not here tonight, but if she were, this is what she'd want to hear. And having survived a what could have been a fatal car accident by the grace of God and Mercedes Engineering in 2012, the side airbag saved my life. Destroyed my car and crunched my knee, but I'm still here. So no more Ironman marathons anymore, but I can still massage all day and play music. So I'm here for that. So here we go. When the stars line up catch a good break, and people think you're lucky, but you know it's grace, and it can happen so fast. We're a little bit late, and timing is everything. You know, I've had close calls when it could have been me. And I was young when I learned just how fragile life can be. I lost friends of mine. Guess it wasn't my time. And timing is everything. And I could have been a child that God took home, and I would have been one more unfinished song. When it seems a rhyme is hard to find, that's when one comes along just in time. Well, I remember that day when our eyes first met. You ran into the building to get out of the rain because you were soaking wet. And as I held the door, you wanted to know my name. Timing is everything. And I could have been another minute late. You never would have crossed my path that day. And when it seems true love is hard to find, that's when love comes along just in time. Well, you can call it fate or destiny. Sometimes it really seems like it's a mystery, 'cause you can be hurt by love or healed by the same. And timing is everything. And it can happen so fast or a little bit late. Timing is everything. All right, from the Country Strong soundtrack, that was a song that Garrett Hedlund sang in the movie and on the soundtrack, so I like that. No, Gene says, no more easy passes going through TSA with your titanium. So that's what's funny. They gave me a implant card when I finished my physical therapy, and I've never had to use it. And here's why: I have stainless steel, and I wanted to have titanium just to feel like I was the Bionic Man, although I'm not. So those stainless steel screws, they're really long too, but they don't set off the detector. But I have that card with me. I've flown a lot in the 8 years since it happened, but I've never had to use it. But I thought it'd be kind of cool. So I'm glad you said that. I know, no more easy passes. Yep, I breezed right through until they come up with a higher tech metal detector. Doesn't set it off at all. So, thanks, Ellie. Oh, it's nice the two of you being here. Like a nice intimate set, girls' night. So while I'm here, capoed on the 5th fret. Not because I'm lazy, it's just that it's easy to get into the next song. So let me do a Steve Poltz song written in Australia called 10 Chances. And I know Gene's heard this before, so in the second verse, it mentions a beer called Tooheys. So he wrote this in Australia. And Tooheys is the equivalent of, like, I don't want to offend anybody that likes beer. Like, it's the worst beer you can buy, the cheapest in Australia. So, like, Pabst Blue Ribbon, Schlitz malt liquor. Some people, Steve used to say Coors when he drank beer because he's sober now. So when you hear Tooheys in the second verse, it's the equivalent of the worst American beer you could possibly drink. So I like this song. This is called 10 Chances. I only had 1 minute left on my calling card. I was halfway around the world and it was raining really hard. And I only had a couple of aspirin and a half a can of beer. So I swallowed it down for courage, but it was still pretty hard to hear. 'Cause I only had 3 words that I wanted to tell you. It would be easier if you were here and I could smell you. Words have fallen, I don't know. They drift, they pass, they melt like snow. I know I may be a flake. I'll scrape my knees and make mistakes. I may lose, but mostly win. Sometimes I'll get soaked in sin, but I fall right back in to your arms again. So I ordered 4 cans of Tuies, and I set them on the trunk. Had a long conversation with a hopeless drunk. And I only had 5 tickets and 6 new friends. So one of them had a hissy fit and drove off in her Mercedes-Benz. Words have fallen, I don't know. They drift, they pass, they melt like snow. I know I may be a flake. I scrape my knees and make mistakes. I may lose, but mostly win. Sometimes I'll get drenched in sin, but I fall right back in to your arms again. So we played 7-card stud, and I had a royal flush. I took out your picture and started to blush. 'Cause I only had 8 lives, most cats got 9. So I skipped out on the bungee jumping just this time. Just this time. 'Cause I only had 10 chances to say I love you. Words are falling, I don't know. They drift, they pass, they melt like snow. I know I may be a flake. I scrape my knees and make mistakes. I may lose, but mostly win. Sometimes I'll get soaked in sin, but I fall right back in to your arms again. Hey, I'll collapse into your loving arms again. Yeah, I fall right back into your arms again. All right, a little Steve Pulse, and I saw those 10,000 flashbulbs go off, so thank you to my huge crowd out there. Gene, such a fun tune. Love the story. Thank you. So, if you like that, you're going to love this. So, since there's only 3 of us here, and I doubt if anybody will watch this on the repeat, I'll tell you what happened just this week that was really funny with a client. So I have a client, this Mocha sister that has been coming back to me, and she is just awesome. She's from Chicago. So we got finished with the session, and she mentioned something about a birthday. And we were done with the session and getting ready to leave. She put her mask back on. And something about birthdays, and I said, yeah, I just hit a major milestone. This one's really screwing with my head. I said, the last two weren't bad. This one's really messing with me. And she looked at me, she goes, 50 is not too bad. Which I could have hugged her for. But I said, no. I said, I just turned 60. She slowly pulled her mask down. So this is usually a family show, but since it's just us, I'm not going to edit it. She pulled her mask down and she looked at me. She goes, shut the fuck up. And I told her, that made it all worthwhile. I said, whatever anxiety, and I've had a lot about turning this age, just disappeared to hear you say that. I said, and I realized that's strictly just me and my insecurities and all that stuff. I said, but that is awesome. So she thought I was 50. So I told her, I'll take it. That was my funny story for the week. That just made me laugh. I loved her for that. I did. What did she say? She goes, something about, you've taken good care of yourself, or you do whatever. And it's like, and I said, well, I was an Ironman triathlete, and I raced triathlon for 6 seasons in my late 30s to mid 40s. And I said, I really felt, even then, like I kind of slowed the clock down, because that's a lifestyle sport and extremely intense training and eating, and you become an expert in the weather because you're going out running or cycling no matter what the weather is. You just need to know how to dress for it. So I said, that was such an intense sport, and I put in thousands of miles, and in the pool, on my bike, and out on my run course. And I said, I felt like for a while it kind of slowed things down. I said, I've always felt like there would be a point of diminished returns. And I feel like I'm kind of there. That's why I felt like I was really showing my age. And she just had a complete opposite reaction. She was so stunned when she said that. That made me laugh. It did. I got to say, it made my week. I don't mind admitting. So that was funny. I know. She just pulled that mask down really slowly and said, shut the fuck up. Like some people say, shut the front door. She just said it outright. I know. It was, thank you, Gene. It was so funny. Hi, Kels. Oh, thanks, Ellie. That made me feel good. I don't mind admitting it. And then we had a little discussion about, I told her, look, as far as I'm concerned as a man, there's really not a lot of difference between the sexes in terms of how we feel about our bodies and our looks. Some people are willing to talk about it, and a lot of men aren't. And I don't mind. I'm not ashamed to say that. I've had a lot of insecurity about that. So we had a great discussion. That's why I love her. She's a repeat client. She's from Chicago. And that Home Run Inn pizza that I get, I've got 12 pounds of too many of those from Sprouts. She told me her favorite pizza place back home was a place she can't get pizza out here called Home Run Inn because they don't exist out here. And I looked at her on her first session and I said, you can get Home Run Inn here. She looked at me, what? And I said, well, it's frozen, but it's at Sprouts. And she didn't know that. So she said, if I ever get to Chicago, and that's where Kels is from and is home right now visiting on vacation, my client told me, go to Home Run Inn. So she did get the frozen. And I told her it passes the weight test. When you hold it up in the box, that thing has to have some weight to it. That lets me know it's a good pie. So she said the real stuff is awesome, but she said that frozen is the next best thing. So, and then anyway, the rest is history. So we have 3 people here tonight. Awesome. I know it's an off night, even though I put my my banner up last night because I didn't want to go Sunday to Sunday. I thought that was just too long, and I need to play. I need to do this, so this fills my heart. So it's girls' night. I have 3 of you here. I love that. And the 10,000 people standing behind you with flashbulbs every time my web browser goes crazy because it doesn't like Facebook. So my friends that used to work for Apple said, go get Google Chrome. So I'm going to have to do that. They said it definitely plays nice with the new Facebook app. So I got to do that before Sunday. Maybe Sunday morning late when I get up. It's my only day off. I'll see if I can download that on my iMac because that's what I monitor you on. So I can see comments. I think I'm caught up. Yep. All right. So I said it was going to be girls' night, request night. So we've gone through Ellie and I read Jean's mind, or she read mine. And so Kels, you're up. If you're still logged in, it's hard to tell. Type in a request and I'm going to play it. because I said I would do a short set tonight, but I wanted to do at least something. So if I've got girls' night and it's the three of you, I'm going to do that. So I at least want to get one request in per tribe member. So Kel's type in something that you know I know and I'll play it. Thank you all again for tuning in, as I always say, because I was raised on the radio. So I at least get to have some interaction with my friends, share stories. That was a good one from this week. I really loved it. Oh, and Kels, if your mom Shelly's there, tell her I said hello, because I know she logs in sometimes. So type in a request, my friend. Give me something to play. Oh, there's a response. Ellie says, still here. All right, I was looking for one more request. Oh, I know. She might have already logged off. I'm going to play this because Kel's messaged me like a week ago and says she really liked this version of this song. It's from the movie The Lake House. It's Paul McCartney. I still haven't memorized it because I haven't had a lot of time to memorize new songs. I hate using lyric sheets, but I've got mine in front of me, so haven't rehearsed this much, but so this is called This Never Happened Before from the movie The Lake House, and it's a Paul McCartney song. I love this song. I'm very sure this never happened to me before. I met you and now I'm sure this never happened before. Now I see this is the way it's supposed to be. I met you and now I see this is the way it should be. This is the way it should be for lovers. They shouldn't go it alone. It's not so good when you're on your own. So come to me. Now we can be what we want to be. I love you and now I see this is the way it should be. This is the way it should be. This is the way it should be for lovers. They shouldn't go it alone. It's not so good when you're on your own. I'm very sure this never happened to me before. I met you and now I'm sure this never happened before. This never happened before. This never happened before. This never happened before. Oh, I still love that. I don't get to rehearse that enough, but that one came to me. I tuned up for it earlier, so I thought I should probably play that. Oh, Kels, you got to. Yeah, I asked for a request, but you had checked out for a minute, and then I said, you know, she likes this song. I'm going to play that one. Ellie says it's a beautiful rendition. She just watched that again a month or so. I'm going to watch it tonight. I've got a frozen pizza that I don't need waiting for me, but I did get a salad, a Greek salad. So I don't have to eat the whole pizza. I can eat part of it and a salad and still feel like I've got some healthy dinner. And I think I'm going to watch that movie. I was thinking of that earlier, and Ellie, you said that, and it's like, yep, I love that movie. And she does too. All right. You know what, friends? I think that'll do it. That feels like a good song to end on. So thank you for my 3 Girls Night tribe members for tuning in. This was awesome. I know it was just kind of a one-off in between the week because I was booked late last night. I'm later tonight till tomorrow night till 8:30, and I didn't want to go Sunday to Sunday, so I thought, let me come up with something. I thought Thirsty Thursday, so we'll do it. And we'll be back on track on Sunday. So we'll be back here at 5 Mountain Standard Time for Soulful Sunday. So I'll be back with some music. And as last Sunday, rested up and a chance to practice a little bit and get a set list going. So I'm happy about that. Thank you all so much. And thanks for tuning in. Love you too, Ellie. Thank you. Thanks, Gene. Great set. Thanks, Kells, you're welcome. Tell your mama I said hello and your family. And little Buds. Buds is probably sleeping. I was going to go, Buds, where's your light? Because you send me videos where he chases the light around, but I don't want to wake him up and get him too aroused because it's like 10:45 there. So anyway, all right, my tribe, thank you as always. Namaste. The divinity in me recognizes and honors the divinity in you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you all. It's been a great night to play some music. I have 1 load of laundry finished that clicked off, so now I'm back to my second set. My LMTs know, my tribe, that is a never-ending job. So for a full-time therapist. So good night to all of you too. Love you all so much, and I will look forward to seeing you back here on Sunday.